What's going on? L.A.R movement still moving. So, links in the description box below. This video, though, this video is entitled You Don't Like Men and You Don't Like Women. So, all of this talk, one of the fundamental things that keeps going on is people are not admitting that they don't like the opposite sex. They keep this video circulating on this young lady who's just, I don't like men. She's a young girl. She's a young woman, whatever. She doesn't like men. And a lot of this stuff that goes on in society happens with people who don't like the opposite sex. And here's the first thing about it. You not liking the opposite sex is part of the reason why you're not getting along with the opposite sex, because you fundamentally don't like them. Sometimes people say, they want to deal with the nature of, female nature. Well, you got to like females to be able to deal with female nature. You know, that's where some people, miss out. You don't really like females, but you want to talk about female nature. That's why it's always going to have a negative connotation to it. Same thing with the women. You don't like men, but you want to talk about men. Not a good idea. And some of this has to do with the fact that some of y'all are just, this is predominantly on the female side, but some of y'all just want to get y'all alphabet on. And you're using your hatred for the opposite sex to be the catalyst to push you there, because you too scared to just say that's what you're doing or that's what you want to do. You know what I mean? So a lot of times this hatred is just, you can, and if you look at these people with this hatred, you can see that that's where they're going. You could see by the way that they carry themselves, by the way that they act. You could just basically, okay, in a year or two, you're gonna be like this. 5 years tops, but you're gonna be like this. You're not even gonna, you're gonna get your alphabet on in a few years. So this is just your prequel to getting there. So for me, this is a bunch of shenanigans. But on top of that, we're dealing with a society that has this thing going on where everything is a reason to hate. Everything, you got to keep your guard up at all times. And I understand about protecting yourself. I get that. But there comes a point where, are you protecting yourself, or you just using protection as a means to attack another person? And some people are using that protection aspect as just an attack rhetoric, which to me is whack. Whatever. So, be that as it may, I don't think some people just like the opposite sex. And, there may be a percentage of guys who want to get their alphabet on. They just don't know how to do it. I think that's a small percentage, but, it may be a percentage nonetheless. The other thing that I just, some of y'all are just selfish individuals. Y'all don't want to do anything for anybody, and y'all entitled, so y'all want people to do stuff for y'all. So what happens is, you don't like the opposite sex because they're not taking care of you better than you take care of yourself. They're not doing the things for you that you don't do for yourself. So we got that problem. To me, that's childish also. Because at the end of the day, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? What are you really doing? And for me, it's starting to become idiotic, because when you're constantly talking about somebody, but you've never, you telling me you've never met somebody that satisfies your, not necessarily your longing to be with somebody. You never met somebody that actually is good for you. That's what you're telling me? Or the people that you met that were good for you, you know, it was a shame. It was a setup. It was nobody that was just good for you the whole time. You know, because part of this other thing about not liking you don't like men and you don't like women is some of y'all messed it up with good men and good women, and instead of accepting that you messed it up, it turns you into a relationship Nazi. That's pretty much what happened. You know, you don't want to say, yeah, I messed up. I did this, this, and this. You know, I had a good thing and I messed it up because I was playing games or this, that, and third. So now, what I'm just gonna be 9, 9. You just went the other way and act and continue to act like it's them but it's you. So to me, you know, it's some shenanigans, but this is what people do. So it is what it is for some. I'm done for this one. Like, share, subscribe. Catch y'all in the next one. Peace.